part of Long Island is really, really cool. You would think that you're 150, 200 miles upstate New York. You wouldn't even think that you're out on Long Island. Most people that come from other places, they hear Long Island, they think it's all New York City suburb and everything's like New York City, and that is just not the case. Looking at this right now, you could be in Ohio, you could be in Oregon, you know, you could be in Maryland. You know, you wouldn't really know unless I told you. So, I don't know how much recorded about me talking about my other bikes and everything, but the reason why I picked the CB1100, once again, it's because, first, the bike looks cool as shit, okay, hands down, no doubt about it, especially with the slight little mods I put on it, with changing the fenders, the seat, and the bars. Nothing too crazy, you know, it's just aesthetics. Just a little bit more visually pleasing to what I like. Don't get me wrong, I do like the chrome fenders and the retro look too, and that's why I kept all that stuff, because, you know what, every once in a while when my flavor changes, you know, I'm just going to switch it up. Change the look of the bike for a couple months here and there. I feel like I have a new bike. You know, I did a video several months ago. Well, actually more than several months ago, it was last summer, of a little review of this bike. I had on some aftermarket mirrors, and after buying 2 or 3 sets of aftermarket mirrors, I came to the conclusion that, you know what, stock mirrors work the best, they look the best, and they are the best quality. You know, unless you're getting like $400 Rizomas or something crazy like that, you know, these mirrors, the lollipops, they go with the style of the bike. It's plain and simple. Chrome lollipops. That's what goes with it. You know what? You put the Renthal bars on it, you lower the bars, a little bit more of a cafe look. When you put the lollipops on, they're not sticking up like Mickey Mouse here so much anymore. And it looks much, much better. It takes a half hour to put these bars on. It costs $60. You can even find the bars for $50. You know. But anyway. turned my head so fast when I'm filming. I saw it on the computer screen and it was like, whoa. Enough to make you dizzy when you're looking at the camera from, the video from the computer screen. You don't think about it when you're out riding. You're just doing all your checks and everything like you normally would. Here's the gas station. I'll use this one. Okay, in the town of South Hold. I just stopped. Sounds people make when they get older. I'm not that old, but anyway. I do a lot of grunting getting off and on the bike. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to show you a view of Long Island Sound from all the way out east to South Hold, probably about 5 miles from Orient Point, 10 miles from Orient Point tops, the very end of the North Fork of Long Island. Straight across you have Connecticut and then Rhode Island. Rhode Island's out that way a little bit, and then all the way out after that's Massachusetts. You can't see that from here. Water is looking absolutely clear and beautiful on this 86-degree day, just like summer, May 25th. Anyway, take a look at the bike again. You can never get enough looks at the bike. Looks like some people are getting ready to do some kayak fishing out here. Absolutely beautiful out here. Alright, I stopped here for a couple minutes. Fueled up before, got some gas. Been riding for a couple hours, and when I went to fill up, it only took about 1.7 gallons. Did about 90 miles, somewhere around there. I didn't compute it to be exact, but it helps if you put the starter button on. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to travel east just a little bit more. Some really nice sights over here. And then we're going to have to turn around and head back. Unfortunately. Absolutely gorgeous out here today. This is why you buy a motorcycle. And this is why I buy a motorcycle like the CB1100. So I left my house around 1:15, and it is 3:35 or 3:38 to be exact. Only stopped once for 5 minutes to get some gas and use the bathroom, and not even close to being tired. My butt feels absolutely perfect with this cafe seat that I have. It's a little lower, it's a little bit wider than stock, but it's also got some kind of, I don't know if it's memory foam in there or what, but I mean, it really is super, super comfortable. You know, you would think that a sporty seat would be less comfortable, you know, than the stock seat, but it's just the opposite. really is a comfort seat. This is one of my favorite parts of this ride coming out here. You got water on both sides. You got all the little hotels. It's not really the season right now, but you do have some customers. I absolutely love it out here. I tell you, watching YouTube all the time and then looking at you know, doing research on the bike, seeing other people's opinions and reviews, and then watching them do demo rides while they have action cameras on, GoPros and Sonys and drifts and all sorts of stuff. It kind of inspired me to buy a camera and to you know, start filming my rides. And it's actually really, really cool when you get to play back your own ride, sitting on your couch watching it on your computer. My wife saw me and she's like, you know what, you're absolutely crazy, but some of us are. You know, what are you going to do? You know, my last video I said whether or not, you know, will I be a moto vlogger or not. Well, I guess I'm moto vlogging right now, if that's what you call it, so I don't know if I'm going to have a whole entire series and be able to do it every single week and have that much dedication and time. But, you know what, I like to tinker around and play around with the things like the camera, this, that, and the other, so I'll do my best with it, you know. Hopefully somebody will get some enjoyment out of it. I know I do, that's for sure. Nothing like being on this CB1100, I'm telling you. You know, there's one of the first videos I actually saw of this bike was by Sean Smoke, a guy from Washington. He actually works at a dealership, and he's got a whole bunch of things going on now, a bunch of reviews, and now he's got a vlog with his wife, and it's pretty interesting, actually. You know, I started watching some of his videos, and I felt like I was actually visiting Washington. You know, I saw him take a ride down into Portland, Oregon. He's got several bikes, which makes it very interesting. You know, I think he rides on a Spider, and he also has a Street Glide Special, and he also has an 883 Iron, and he also has some kind of dual sport or, you know, DZR 400 or 200 or something like that. He had a Road King. He got a whole bunch of stuff. His garage is like the size of my house, so he's got all sorts of toys to play with. And he does all the reviews also from the bikes that they get in the shop that he works in. You know, they recently picked up Indian, so he has some reviews on the Dark Horse, Chieftain, some other ones that he has. You know, I think he did, they have a Road King version of their Indian. I forgot what the exact name of it is. It's a very, very nice looking bike. I did a demo day not too long ago with Indian and got to ride some of them. And they're pretty nice bikes. Excuse me. A lot of pollen in the air and allergies. Alright, I'm actually in the town of Greenport. Kawasaki Vulcan 2000 that I had. That bike was an animal. 2053 cc's. V-twin. 125 cubic inches. Slow down and see the scenery out here. Absolutely beautiful. This is where both sides meet the North Fork, Long Island Sound and the Peconic Bay. There's one strip of land in the middle. Absolutely stunning. All the pollen and everything in the air is kicking my butt, making me cough and sneeze and everything else. Well, hopefully you guys are taking in the views that I am and getting to enjoy it. Beautiful Long Island's East End. Alrighty. Well, I'm not going to be going all the way out to the state park at Orient Point today. I just don't have enough time. It'll take me another 15 minutes to get there, and then another 15-20 minutes of hanging out. Before you know it, I'm going to have to be home.